All right, number 3, same type of deal. Tom and Rob are brothers who like to make bets about the outcomes of different contests between them. Before the last bet, the ratio of the amount of Tom's money to the amount of Rob's money was 4-7. Rob lost the latest competition, and now the ratio of the amount of Tom's money to the amount of Rob's money is 8-3. If Rob had $280 before the last competition, how much does Rob have now that he lost the bet? So again, our ratio is Tom's money to Rob's money, and we're looking at before the last competition, and we're looking at after the last competition. So I'm going to start by labeling before and after. Okay, and again, we're looking, the order is Tom's money to Rob's money. So T for Tom, R for Rob. T for Tom, R for Rob. Okay, getting ourselves all set up. Now let's take a look through the problem again and see what we can label. So before the last bet, so here we're talking about before, the ratio of Tom's money to Rob's money was 4-7. Okay, so Tom 4, and again, we're on the before one here. Okay, Tom 4 to Rob 7. Okay, now let's take a look at the after. So for after, so Rob lost the latest competition, and now, that's another word for saying after, the amount of Tom's money to Rob's money is 8-3. So Tom 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to Rob 3. If Rob had $280 before the last competition, how much does Rob have now? So $280, that is for Rob. So here's Rob. He has $280. Okay, making sure we're looking at Rob's tape diagram here. And then how much does Rob have now? So we're looking at Rob now or after. Okay, so this is what we want to figure out. Okay, now that we have everything labeled, we can go ahead and start solving. So 280 divided by, and let me kind of move this up, 280 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 equal groups. Okay, so when I do that division, I am getting 40. So the value of each group is going to be 40 all across the board here. And again, it's good practice to just get used to labeling all of them. Okay, and now we have the information to solve for this piece here that we labeled we want to know. So 40 times, there's 3 of them, equals, well, I know 3 times 4 is 12. I add that 0 on, 120. So let's look at the label again. We're talking about dollars. So I'm going to put a $sign and say Rob has 120 now that he lost the bet. Okay, and there is our, what's it, 2? There's our final answer for exercise 3. Okay guys, for this next one, I am so sorry. I did the whole first half of it and realized that I forgot to push record on my phone. So I'm sorry sorry that I already have a lot written. I'm going to walk you through what I've done so far. A sporting goods store ordered new bikes and scooters. For every 3 bikes ordered, 4 scooters were ordered. However, bikes were way more popular than scooters, so the store changed its next order. The new ratio of bikes to scooters was 5-2. Okay, so that's what I've drawn out here so far. Starting here, we've got the first order. The ratio was 3 bikes to 4 scooters, so I've drawn 3-4. Okay, the second order after they've changed it is 5-2 bikes to scooters, so I've got 5-2. So that's what I've drawn for my picture so far. You could pause really quick, draw that picture out. All right, so let me keep going. If the same amount of sporting equipment was ordered in both orders, and 64 scooters were ordered originally, so in the first order there were 64 scooters, how many bikes were ordered in the new order? So I've kind of put a little thing around bikes, question mark. We don't know that. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken 64, and that was the scooters in the original order. I needed to divide that equally into 4 equal groups. So I've started the division here. 4 goes into 6 one time, minus 4 is 2, bring down the 4, 24. 4 goes into 24 6 times. Okay, so I know that in each, the value of each piece is going to be 16. I can plug those in really quick. Okay, and then I can go ahead and figure out what I have here. So I have 5 groups of 16. 16 times 5. Go ahead and solve that. Press pause while you solve, and then press play when you're ready to check. All right, so hopefully for that one, 16 times 5, you got 80. 80 bikes were in the new order. Okay, and for our final problem, we're going to skip exercise 5. We're also going to skip 7. We're just going to do, for our last problem, exercise 6. So here we go. Let's go ahead and read through it first. During the first semester, the ratio of the number of students in art class to the number of students in gym class was 2-7. However, the art classes were really small and the gym classes were large, so the principal changed students' classes for second semester. In second semester, the ratio of the number of students in art class to the number of students in gym class was 5-4. If 75 students were in art class second semester, how many students were in art class and gym class first semester? So I heard a change in ratio. I heard them talking about first semester, and I heard them talking about second semester. Okay, so that's going to be our label here. So, and the ratio we're describing is, and let me find it again, the number of students in art class to the number of students in gym class. So it's art to gym. Art to gym. Okay, now let's take a look at first ratio to second ratio. So in the first semester, the ratio from art to gym class was 2-7. So 2. Oops, I need one more. 2-7. All right, so then art classes were small, so it changed to the second semester. Art to gym was 5-4. So 5 for art and only 4 for gym. 5-4. All right, now if 75 students were in art class second semester. So here's art class second semester. That means we know this is 75 students. Okay, making sure we're keeping in mind second semester. How many were in art and gym in first semester? So I want to know how many were in these guys all together. I don't have room over here, so I'm going to put it over here. These guys all together, that's what we want to know. Okay, so let's start with what we do know, 75. We're going to split that up amongst these equal groups. There are 5 equal groups. 75 divided by 5 Okay, so it's going to be 15 in all of these. Okay, now we have what we need, but we could do one of two things. We can either go part by part, like say in art class, 15 times 2 is 30. And then in gym class, 15 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I gotta stack that one. Is 105. And if I add 105 plus 30, that makes 135 students total. Okay, so now we can kind of write that out. I guess you could have just done 15 times 9 to get the total number of students, but I do think it's important, the way that this is worded. I don't know if they specifically want me to tell them how many in art and how many in gym, or if they want me to group those students together. So I'm going to just give them all, when I'm not sure, I'm just going to give all the information. So first semester, we've got art, we've got 30 students. Gym, there were 105 students, which gives us a total of 135 students. And that's our final answer. And our lesson summary says, when solving problems in which a ratio between two quantities changes, it is helpful to draw a before tape diagram and an after tape diagram. And that's what I really kind of talked about at the beginning and I've been reminding you guys of this throughout my lessons, the importance of just keeping a clean, neat, organized tape diagram, labeling what you do know. It just makes it so much easier to figure out what the problem's asking and how to solve it. All right, guys, great job. Go ahead and work on your problem set and then your Go Formative Exit ticket.